everybody, it's Tara Green here. Hold on a second. I think I accidentally turned this on my phone, so I want to make sure that you can see me now. So could you please come on and say hi so I can see you? Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Could you please excuse me, come on and tell me that you can see me live? I think I accidentally hit the wrong button there. I'm not in my usual place here. I'm at a friend's out in the country. So I think I accidentally hit the wrong button there. So if there's anybody there, please come on and say hi. Okay, I'll wait a second. Hold on a second. I think I'm on two channels at once is what the problem is. Okay, hold on a minute. I have to delete that one. Never deleted. Okay. Delete that video. Okay. So is there anybody there? Please come on and say hi. I am live here. There we go. Okay. Hi, John. Sorry. I think I accidentally hit my phone and it went live. I keep getting this message that I'm on too low FPSs, but okay, I'm on an Ethernet here. So hi, everybody. I'm Tara Green, Cosmic Intelligence Agency. I'm actually outside of Toronto, Canada, but up in Eastern what we're going to change soon. We're in Eastern Daylight Time right now. So please come on and say hi. I'm going to wait a few minutes. I think it was supposed to come on automatically. And again, like I said, Mercury is going to go retrograde, in November. So if you haven't been here before, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Agent 129. I've been with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency for 10 years now. And I love to do this monthly update. So again, I'm just going to wait a bit to see if some other people come on here. It is a Friday night. We're just after Halloween. We just had a new moon last night as well. So if you haven't been here before, hi, Crystal. Hi, John. Please say hi and let me know where you are in the world. The Cosmic Intelligence Agency is a worldwide network of wonderful astrologers based in Melbourne, Australia. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes till some more people come on here. So please don't be shy. Let me know where, and you can hear me okay? Everybody can hear me all right? Okay. So it says there's 6 viewers, but I'm not seeing them here. I guess people have to come and say hi. I'm going to wait till some more people show up. So November, can't believe there's only 2 more months of the year left, right? Okay, somebody in Ridgeland, MS. Does that mean Missouri? Does that mean some other place? I'm not really familiar with what MS means. Okay. So November. So it was a very synchronous Halloween. I hope you all had a good Halloween yesterday with a new moon in Scorpio just after that, early this morning, 5:46 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It was totally synchronous, of course, with the new moon Scorpio energy, death, rebirth, transformation, and it's also All Saints Day, or it's the Day of the Dead in Mexico. So this has always been a sacred time of year. We're almost at the midpoint between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice, which technically is November the 6th when the sun gets to 15 degrees of Scorpio. So it's a very powerful, that mid degree. But, I would say this whole week is considered to be that kind of middle pathway. Hi, John from Mississippi. All right. And somebody from Indiana, somebody from Oregon. Okay, welcome, welcome. So if you haven't been here before, I will go over all of the major aspects of the planets all of November. Sometimes that's a longer list than others, and I'm going to talk about them in all the different savings times, daylight, PST, Greenwich Mean Time for people who are, again, on the other side of the world. And then I will pull my tarot cards. So the part that you all wait for, I think, is the tarot card readings. And so, of course, if you know your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, or any planets, actually, you can use the cards to guide you for the month ahead. Okay, so let's get right down to it. Okay, so, a new moon lasts technically 2.5 days until we see the little sliver of a crescent. So the new moon is the most mysterious, the most feminine, the dark moon time of the year. And of course, there is this very rare 6-pointed star formation in the sky. And so, that's a really incredible thing. Now, on the new moon, we're also feeling the powerful Mars-Pluto opposition that's happening, and they're at 29 degrees Cancer. Mars is 29 degrees Cancer, where it's considered to be weak, and Cancer opposite Pluto, of course, at the very last degree of Capricorn. So We can see these events in the world, that opposition, that push me, pull you, it's a big battle. It's an archetypal battle, between the masculine and the feminine, actually. Forces are positive, negative, good, evil, archetypal forces. So if you know about the tarot, the planet Mars is considered to be the tower, number 16 in the tarot. Pluto would be the death card, 13, Scorpio in the tarot, because it's the modern ruler of Scorpio. And Cancer is the chariot, the number 7 card. And Capricorn is the devil, the number 15. So all of those archetypes are in play right now. So this is very difficult. They're at what's called the anaretic, the very last degrees. Mars and Pluto both rule Scorpios. This is an incredibly scorpionic, dancing with the devil event. But this aspect repeats again 3 more times, because we all know, maybe you don't know, Mars is going to turn retrograde in December. But they will meet again January the 3rd, 2025 at 1 degree Aquarius, 1 degree plus Aquarius. And then on April the 26th at 3 degrees plus Aquarius. So this is just the first of 3 repeats, a 3 battle round there. So again, I really felt that Mars at the last degree of Cancer would cause a lot of stomach upsets, right? So really, I would think ulcers, just nervous, worried stomach stuff. So I'm sure that that's a thing for people who are born at the last degrees of the last degrees of cardinal signs, right? Or last degree of cardinal signs. Yeah. So there's that. And, all of the planets aligned in those major planetary arrangements. And of course, the comet coming in, those are old Hopi indigenous sayings about comets, that they were harbingers of the deaths of leaders and kind of evil. All right, so just had a new moon overview. The next full moon is November the 15th in Taurus at 24 degrees. Mercury does turn retrograde this month in Sagittarius. Venus moves into Capricorn on November the 11th, and Mars moves into Leo on November the 3rd. November the 3rd is a very big day. So we're already feeling this big buildup of that energy. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Saturn goes to direct also November the 15th. So the big news, of course, is Pluto entering Aquarius on November the 19th for the next 20 years. So we're just entering the age of Aquarius. And I'm going to do a workshop about that to honor Pluto entering Capricorn, but I'll talk about that at the end. So tomorrow on the 2nd, Mercury enters Sagittarius. So we say goodbye to Mercury and Scorpio. Mercury and Sagittarius, of course, Mercury rules our minds, thinking, communication. So when it's in Sag, it's all about politics. Very synchronous, of course, with the US election, politics, international affairs. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, of course, about that. Teaching, justice, all of those things, right? And being very, very honest, so really all the masks should come off and you just tell it like it is. This comes from somebody with Mercury in Sagittarius. So that happens at 12:17 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 3:17 p.m. EDT, 8:17 p.m. GMT. And Mercury's going to be in Sag till January the 8th. So, all right. So again, expect there to be just straight talk, straight shooting there, straight from the horse's mouth. If you follow the asteroids, Juno, my favorite asteroid, I'm trying to finish a book on her. She enters Scorpio on the 3rd at 1:34 a.m. PDT, 4:34 a.m. EDT, 9:34 a.m. GMT. And she is the goddess of feminine genius. Her symbol is the 8-pointed star with a little cross underneath it. She's the goddess of June, and she's the goddess of marriage and childbirth, but she was originally the goddess of feminine genius. So in Scorpio there, she's going to dig up some deep insights. So on the 3rd, a big red letter day here, the Mars-Pluto opposition is exact at 3:37 a.m. PDT, 6:37 a.m. EDT, and 11:37 a.m. GMT. Very, very difficult. So the tension is building to that. On the same day, Venus opposes Jupiter in Gemini, which is kind of nice because it really lightens that energy up. Venus in Sag, again, she's optimistic. She's the cheerleader of the zodiac. And then Jupiter in Gemini, even though Jupiter's weak and it rules Sagittarius rather, it kind of just lightens up things quite a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay, sorry, I'm looking at something there. So that's at 7:25 a.m. BDT, 10:25 a.m. EDT, 3:25 a.m. GMT. It's just nice, positive, upbeat. We're going to enter Sag season soon as well. So Venus opposite Jupiter, it might be good to buy a lottery ticket. It's good for debating. It's good for arguing. It's good for doing two things at once. You know, they're working kind of well together. Mars enters Leo at 8:10 p.m. PDT, 11:10 p.m. EDT on the November 4th at 4:12 a.m. GMT. Now, Mars entered Cancer on September the 4th. It moves into Leo on the 3rd. And then it turns retrograde December the 6th at 6 degrees of Leo, which is a very important point. And it goes back into Cancer January the 6th, 2025, and stations direct February 23rd, 2025 at 17 degrees of Cancer. So a degree that Mars first touched October the 5th or the 6th, depending what time zone you're in. So whatever events, you know, started then, October 5th, 6th, you're going to see them coming up again in February. And Mars has been in it, will be in its shadow period from late May, from that date, sorry, until May the 2nd, the 3rd, when Mars reaches 6 degrees Leo. Again, it's going to take till May. So that's 7 months of Mars shifting from cardinal Cancer to Leo. So if you have planets between 6 degrees Leo and 17 degrees Cancer, you're definitely going to be feeling you're being pulled back into that undertow. Again, old, because it's men, the old men coming back, Mars and Leo, Leo men coming back, reigniting your heart, your passion, your joy, things like that, nurturing, you know, lots of movement. Mars and Cancer, moving house, moving to somewhere where you're happier with. Okay. Now, on the 4th, the Sun trines Saturn at 12 degrees, which is deeply transformational. Saturn at 12 degrees is going to station direct at that degree on the 15th, and that is squaring the US ascendant. So Saturn in Pisces is making things again kind of diffused, diluted, you know, dreamy, and lots of denial going on as well. All right, so again, if you have planets at 12 degrees of any mutable signs like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, you're going to be feeling that Saturn push there. On the 7th, Venus quincunxes Uranus at 6:20 p.m. PDT, 9:20 p.m. EDT, November the 8th at 2:20 a.m. A quincunx or an inconjunct is when planets are 150 degrees apart. They literally don't see each other. So some unusual, unexpected weirdness can come up in terms of messages, texts, finances, Venus, Uranus, finances, crypto. Something unexpected can come up on that day. On the 9th, Venus squares Neptune, which is, you know, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So when they're in connection, even if it's a hard connection, you know, I feel like it's beneficial. Again, but there's illusions, delusions, projections. This is just after the election here. Obfuscation, Venus is in Sag, so this is very much about fake news, you know, votes disappearing. It's very literal here. You know, the astrology is very literal. The more you study it, you realize the more the symbols are exactly what they say. So Venus square Neptune, 5:15 a.m. PDT, 8:15 a.m. EDT, 1:15 p.m. GMT. There's romantic challenges. It can be very creative, very uplifting. But again, I think I'm not going to talk about my election predictions here, but you know, things are going to be really confusing and for a while. You're not going to get any results right away. On 11/11, that very sacred day, Sun quincunx Jupiter. Again, the Sun and Jupiter, beneficials, but they're not seeing each other. They're not seeing eye to eye very literally, especially with Jupiter in Gemini. So that's at 3:08 a.m. PST, 6:08 a.m. EST, 10:08 a.m. GMT. Again, on the 11th, Venus enters Capricorn, 10:26 a.m. PST, 1:26 p.m. EST, 5:26 a.m. GMT until, and I didn't write that in. Okay, let's look it up right now. How long is Venus in Capricorn for? Venus is in Capricorn until, looks like December the 8th. Venus in Capricorn until December the 8th. This is live here. Yes, no, the 7th. Venus enters Aquarius on the 7th at 1:13 a.m. Actually, on the 6th at 10:13 p.m. PST. Okay, so just a little short Venus and Sag there. Sun quincunx Jupiter. Okay, Venus enters Capricorn. Okay, so when Venus is in Capricorn, it's all about the money, the business. You know, your values are very focused, very concentrated. I'm climbing that mountain. Okay, so 10:26 a.m. PST, 1:26 p.m. EST, 5:26 p.m. GMT. Okay, And the sun quincunxes Chiron in Aries on that same day as well. So again, these quincunxes, there could be big wounds that you're trying to suppress or put down or not acknowledge or be jolly about. 1:41 p.m. PST, 4:41 p.m. EST, 9:41 p.m. GMT. So pay attention. You know, Chiron's been sitting at 20 degrees of Aries, and that's the degree it was at during the April the 8th solar eclipse. So again, whatever wounding going back then, that's still in effect. You know, the US is actually having its Chiron return as well. So there is a sense of general vulnerability there. On the 14th, Venus in conjuncts Mars, or quincunxes Mars in Leo. So again, not seeing things, everything's blindsided. Mars in Leo, again, the passion, the fight, the honor, I would say, the love, you know, what are you defending? 12:02 a.m. PST, 3:02 a.m. EST, 7:02 a.m. GMT. On the 15th, Saturn stations direct at 12 degrees. It's been retrograde since June 29th. So it's a very long time that we've been doing a big spiritual review, okay? Reviewing our dreams, working with our dreams. I mean, that's going to continue until Saturn leaves Pisces in early 2026. But that 12 degree is very important. It also squares what's called the Great Attractor, which is something at 12 degrees of Sagittarius, which coincidentally, that is the US rising sign, 12 degrees of Sag. So that's at 6:20 a.m. PST, 9:20 a.m. EST, 1:20 a.m. GMT. So recollect, you know, what's been going on, what you've reviewed, what you've lost in your life, you know, what you've gained spiritually. On the 15th, the full moon at Taurus, 24 degrees, 1 minute. That is very close to Uranus, of course. That's at 1:28 p.m. PST, 4:28 p.m. EST, 8:28 p.m. GMT. So that might be a big reversal time, a full moon. See, we're just starting here on the new moon. The full moon is the culmination, the completion. I'm predicting that there would be some unexpected election results then, not till the 15th. On the 16th, the sun opposes Uranus. So again, there's a battle. Who's in control here? 6:45 p.m. PST, 9:45 p.m. 9:45 p.m. EST on the 17th at 1:45 a.m. GMT. Good for crypto. Okay, Uranus rules the internet, rules crypto, so Bitcoin. So again, but the sun can be authorities opposing crypto. You know, on the 18th, Mercury opposes Jupiter. That's a good one for brilliant ideas. You want to pitch a screenplay. You want to write something with a partner. You want to edit something. That's always good. You want to pitch. You know, Mercury is the merchandiser. It's good to launch something new, especially before Mercury turns retrograde. 12:55 a.m. PST, 3:55 a.m. EST, 7:55 a.m. GMT. On the 18th, a really beautiful day, sun trining Neptune. So you want to shine in the glory of all that is. You know, Neptune is oneness. You know, we're in this sense of needing to realize we're all one. While Saturn is in Pisces, it's karma, it's dharma. It's very beautiful. You want to declare your love, your unconditional love for something, for you want to do charity work. Sun trine Neptune's a very good one for that. 6:07 p.m. PST, 9:07 p.m. EST, November the 19th at 1:07 a.m. GMT. Very kind of surreal as well, very dreamy, but deep shadows coming out. You know, Neptune rules money laundering, drugs, mental illness, jails, you know, the underworld, right? Okay, it's a karmic thing. On the 19th, Mercury trines Chiron. So again, it's good to talk about your wounds. You're going to feel more powerful doing that. 3:29 a.m. EST, 6:29 a.m. EST, 11:29 a.m. GMT. On the 19th, Pluto enters Aquarius. That's at 12:29 p.m. PST, 3:29 p.m. EST, 7:29 p.m. GMT till January 2044. So for the next 20 years used to be considered a generation. 20 years is a long time. The world is going to change incredibly. It is, you know, the air age we're going into. Every time Pluto enters a new sign, of course, it defines that age. We're finishing 16 years of Pluto in Capricorn. And so I'm going to do a workshop to honor Pluto, the Lord of Death, Rebirth, Transformation, the Lord of Wealth, and for us to really go into the future and visualize the kind of world we want to create, because Aquarius is about intention and it's about higher consciousness and how we collectively create that world. So I'll leave some information about that. On the 21st, the sun enters Sagittarius at 11:56 a.m. PST, 2:56 a.m. EST, 6:56 a.m. GMT. So again, we're on our high horses. We're telling the truth. We want to travel. We're going to speak the truth, politics, justice, international affairs, all those things that Sagittarius rules. Upbeat honesty. Okay, lots of court stuff going on, lots of legal things. November 22nd, Venus sextile Saturn. So that's a nice one when a positive planet like Venus is in a positive aspect to Saturn. It's good to declare your love. It's good to declare your love for a project, to commit to something, commit your love to something, your beauty to something. 3:55 a.m. PST, 6:55 a.m. EST, 10:55 a.m. GMT. On the 25th, Mercury stations retrograde at 6:42 p.m. PST, 9:42 p.m. EST. On the 26th at 1:42 a.m. GMT, and it stations retro at 22 degrees 40 minutes of Sagittarius until December the 15th, just before Christmas, where it stations at 6 degrees 28 minutes of Sag, right on my sun, actually. Okay, so you want to get ready ahead of time before, Mercury stations retrograde, before it hits its shadow period, to get things ready in advance as best you can. On the 26th, Venus quincunxes Jupiter in Gemini. Again, that hidden agendas or hidden truths may come out. Somebody may see something in that rear view mirror. 10:08 a.m. PST, 1:08 p.m. EST, EST, right, 5:08 p.m. GMT. It could be hacking, it could be financial, legal issues definitely going on. 27th, Sun trines Mars and Leo. That's a very high energy day. That would be a really good day if you want to travel, or if you want to start working on in a gym, or if you want to start just wearing your heart on your sleeve. Mars and Leo, or you want to start, things are going to be much more dramatic, that's for sure, with Mars and Leo. We know that, right? 12:06 a.m. PST, 3:06 a.m. EST, 7:06 a.m. GMT. But it could be really angry mobs as well, fighting for, they feel their cause has been treated unjustly. On the 27th, Venus squares Chiron in Aries. Again, that can be vulnerable, heart wounds. I told the truth, but it got me in trouble. 8:58 p.m. PST, 11:58 p.m. EST, and on the 28th of November at 3:58 a.m. GMT. The new moon is on November the 30th at 9 degrees 33 minutes of Sag. That's at 10:21 p.m. PST, and on December the 1st at 1:21 a.m. EST, 5:21 a.m. GMT. So actually, if you're in California, you get 2 new moons in a month. You get some benefits there. All right. So that's all the aspects for that. Now, usually when I'm in my home, I will smudge, but I'm in my friend's house here today, and she doesn't deal with smoke very well. So we're going to do imaginary smudging here. I've got my special crystal, which I use to clear my cards. So I'm using my big old, well-used Thoth tarot deck here. And so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to stop, and I'm going to focus in on each sign, starting with Aries. So again, if you have Aries rising, Aries moon, Aries Mercury, Aries sun, of course, whatever you have planets in Aries, and you're going to use these cards if you so choose to guide you through November with all of these changes. Okay. All right, so Aries, let's see what you got here. Okay, so Aries. And I'm using my whole deck today. Now, I don't usually use my whole deck. I usually use only the 22 major arcana, so this is a bit of a departure. This is the Queen of Swords. The Thoth deck is based on the Golden Dawn. It is a little different, of course, than the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is Libra energy here. Aries, you get Libra, which means you're dealing with having to see other people's perspectives. You want to achieve balance. Again, in this card, I like to think of it as like taking off the mask that you're wearing, and also it's the sword is the sword of discretion. So Aries, be very mindful, very focused on, if you don't know what you want to do, sometimes it's better to do it through a process of elimination. Okay. Also, it can mean generally relationships in general, improving relationships, trying to find more balance in relationships, bringing more beauty into your life. Okay. So Taurus, let's see what you've got here. Yeah, I see somebody said Aries moon. Okay, Taurus. Okay. You get the major arcana here, the number 14. This is the card Sagittarius. It's also the card, it's usually called Temperance in most tarot decks. In this deck, it's called Art. It's called Art or Alchemy. Is it better if I do it on this side? Yes, it is. Okay, it's called Art, Alchemy. There we go. Art, Alchemy. I'm right-handed. Okay, Art, Alchemy. I'm trying to do this without shadows on my face. And so again, justice, issues of justice, Taurus. issues of justice, finding that inner alchemical marriage inside of yourself. That's what this represents. It is kind of a higher octave of the lovers. So the number 14, you can see the red and the white lion, they become each other. There's this incredible empathy. They can be, the feminine can be masculine, the masculine can be feminine. They're honoring the natural and complementary balance of the polarity opposites that we must have. This is magnetism. You have to have those polarities or else nothing works. So be the magician, be the alchemist, turn lead into gold, Taurus. Okay. I mean, literally, you're going to want to buy gold or buy whatever it is you can hold on to. But it can be nice if you want to be in a partnership, a sacred partnership, and also your own internal one. Okay. So Geminis. Let's see what you get here, Geminis. Now with Jupiter and Gemini, you know, it is your best year in 12. You get the card of Capricorn here. So this is the sun in Capricorn. So literally it's kind of telling you to focus on, you know, what's coming ahead, to pay attention to work, Gemini, to focus on your long-term goals, which, you know, Geminis often are infamous for not being able to do. So what works for you and what doesn't? That also infers that, you know, are you happy with your work? Do you enjoy your work? Do you want to start long-term to make some long-term goals, especially as Pluto's leaving Capricorn there? What do I want to be doing over the long term? Okay. So think about that. You know, the threes are always a very powerful polarity as well, that holy trinity, right? Working together. So staying very, very grounded, listening to your body. Of course, it's very tense with that Mars Pluto energy going on as well. Okay. So then Cancers. Let's see what Cancers have here. All right. So Cancer. Let's see what you got here. All right, you get the star card. Now, this is interesting, Cancer, because this is the card of Aquarius. So in the tarot, the number 17, the star, it is about traditionally like the 11th sign, Aquarius. It's associated with the 11th house. And not that they're the same, but it traditionally meant wishes, hopes, and dreams. So Cancer, make some big wishes now. Okay, now, of course, with Mars and Cancer at that very last degree, for all Cancerians, this is like a big culmination. Pluto at the last degree. You know, Pluto's been opposing every degree of Cancer since 2008. So really, it's a good time to think about, well, now we're going to take a big breath. We're going to go into this higher octave. We're going to stop having to deal with all the grounded details, the hard work, the karma. I mean, Saturn still rules Aquarius, of course, but it's a different level of it. Okay. So what are your wishes, hopes, and dreams, Cancer? So dream big now. Okay. Get ready to take a big leap into the unknown and feel secure enough to do that. Also, that you're needing to be a divine channel to bring down those higher consciousness octaves onto the earth. That's why I love this symbol of the water pour so much in this card, because it shows this goddess kind of reaching up into the stars, being one with the stars, and then this star energy pouring through her heart chakra down into the earth, right? Which I think is a beautiful metaphor. And I often encourage people to take that position as a meditation position and to feel what it feels like. You know, reach up and feel that comet, the 80,000-year-old comet coming through our solar system, and bring it down through your heart chakra and listen to the messages there and then outpour them on the earth. You're supposed to be a cosmic vessel of higher consciousness. We're going to raise that energy higher. So Cancerians, as mothers, as nurturers, you know, you want to be part of that, be the cosmic star mother and bring that energy down to uplift us. All right. So Leo, now of course, with Mars going into your sign on the 3rd and going back and forth there's a lot of family issues going on, issues with mothers, children, family legacies. Okay, so you get the 4 of Swords here. So this is about peace. It's balance. You know, the 4s in the tarot always have to do with the 4 elements. So Leo, you got to remember to stay balanced. You got to stay focused in your heart. There's that central diamond shape there on the diagonals. That's the non-cardinal directions, which is what kind of the energy that we're in right now. So again, the mind, you know, so what's in your heart, what's in your mind need to be united. You need to focus on what's most important for you. And of course, the heart knows, you know, the mind is kind of like the operating system, right? So you may be called upon to be the peacekeeper in your family, the go-between, the arbiter, the one who holds the power. The number 4 always has to do with power, Mars, Leo. So you're going to be very passionate and very fiery and very dramatic, and then you're going to have to go deeply into your emotions. So again, finding that balance between, the spiritual energy. Fire is considered spiritual energy and the emotional energy. So again, focusing from your true center, what do I want? What am I going to create here? What do I want to nurture the most? Okay, so Leo. So being the peacemaker is an important job right now. Okay. So I see people are writing in Cancers, what their rising signs are. Great. Okay. So now we're on to Virgo. Okay. So Virgo, you get the Six of Cups, which is called happiness. All the sixes are positive numbers in the tarot. So Virgo, what makes you happy? It is Virgo energy here, the Sun in Virgo, actually. So there's the synchronicity there. So what makes you happy? What turns you on? How can you fill all of your cups? The sixes represent, again, that balance of heaven and earth. The six-pointed star, that's the formation that's going on in the sky. Now there's a five-pointed one as well. So the stars are really giving us the pointers. So again, filling your cups, not being so stingy or worrying about money so much. Maybe this is time for you to indulge and to treat yourself a bit and to give yourself something that'll really make you happy. And you can do this 6 times, Virgo. Okay, you deserve it. You work really hard. Okay, you're the perfections of the zodiac. Okay. All right. So Libra. Okay. So again, if you're born in those last days of Libra, and also those of you who were born in the 80s with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Libra, some of you had that a bit later on. You're definitely feeling the Mars-Pluto opposition and Pluto in general now. Okay, so Libra, you get the Ten of Swords. So in this deck, the tens represent the culmination, right? Because you're ending this cycle. The swords are the mind, and Libra is the mind. It's an air sign, right? So you're probably feeling like your brain is going to blow up at this point. But sometimes blowing off the steam or blowing off what you need to say, it is Gemini. It's the sun in Gemini here. Partnerships are probably, driving you crazy, or the world is driving you crazy, or seeing things from those oppositions is driving you crazy. So sometimes you have to just blow up and let it go, or blow off the steam, I would say. Again, with the swords, you have to be really careful not to put that energy back on yourself, I would say, especially as Gemini, or like the inner debate can drive you crazy. You need to find some peace, I would say. Okay. So it could be lots of family arguments, relationship arguments, things like that. You're just picking up on a lot of energy in the world as well. Okay, so we've got, where did we get? So we got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Okay, we're at Scorpio now, and we just had that new moon. So Scorpios, you're in this new state of mind. Okay, Scorpio. All right. You get the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces, interestingly enough, where Saturn in Pisces is right now. And in this card, it's called indolence. Indolence, an old-fashioned word. It's just like how it looks, It's like nobody's cleaned the swimming pool, nobody's cleaned the fountain, all the energy is stagnating, Scorpio. So this, for you especially, with your ruling planets, Mars and Pluto in opposition here, any old family emotional issues, any old power issues or misuse of power abuses, you need to get out of that swamp, get out of that mess, stop playing in it, stop being involved in it. It's really about, it's seeing it clearly. And Saturn is about limits, and it's about healthy boundaries. So, Scorpios are usually good at that, but maybe you're not even conscious where it could be unconsciously a stuck point that you need to like literally pull the plug on and feel and see that water just draining away, and visualizing that there's clear water coming in. Okay. All right. All right. So Sagittarius. Now, with Venus entering your sign, of course, you got to love those Sagittarians. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Sag, you get the 10 of discs. Okay. So this is the money. This is about self-worth. This is about, buy the lottery ticket. The check is going to come in. You're going to win the prize. It's very, very positive for you. Of course, make hay while the sun is out is literally make hay so you can eat it all and enjoy it and run around the racetrack faster. Or be free like Spirit and run free wherever you want to. So this is a good sign, Sagittarius, if you've been praying, and I know you have, for those higher dimensional beings to come in and help us out here. This is a sign that your prayers are being answered. So again, it might be time to look at your investments. Look at what it's Virgo. It's actually Mercury in Virgo. Is it Mercury in Virgo? No, it's not Mercury in Virgo. Okay. Anyway, there's a health thing on here too. Sorry, on this card, I'm just looking at the symbol here. At the bottom, there's like the caduceus. So, health is wealth, Sagittarius. So if you've been feeling tired, and I know a lot of people have been feeling tired in the last while, rest, whatever it is that makes you feel good, makes you feel golden, positive, sunny, boost that up. These are very trying times. Sagittarians are usually the big comedic, we're going to keep everybody happy. Taylor Swift, she's a Sagittarian, she's keeping millions of people happy. You're going to get rewarded for that. But, I think you have to take that in yourself. Okay. So I should know this off the top of my head. So is it? It's Virgo energy, definitely Virgo. So it's about accounting. Again, if you haven't done your taxes, and I know some Sagittarians who haven't, Saturn is the great taxman in Pisces, maybe delaying this is going to make you lose some money. That might make you get motivated. Okay, but definitely this is a good positive card, Sagittarius. Okay, so Capricorns. You're probably going, I can't wait. I've got the big countdown, right? Only 18 days left till Pluto finally leaves us alone, right? Okay. Then you get the 5 of discs here. So this is a card literally of disappointment. And maybe, there's grieving and there's things that it's been a lot. It's been a lot for everybody, while Pluto's been in Capricorn. And maybe this final degree here with Mars opposite makes it even worse. Again, it's kind of like your stomach, it's emotions, it's Scorpio energy. It is Mars and Scorpio, actually. So if you have abused your power, then everybody's going to know about it. You know what I mean? It's going to be apparent. You can't sort of pretend that it's okay when it's not. So also, this could be like that you're emotionally exhausted, which I totally understand. Again, the idea would be to rest, to renew. The number 5 in the tarot is traditionally called the Pope or the Hierophant, which is, like Taurus energy. Speaking your truth, if you've been just chasing all the prizes and you're exhausted and you didn't get it and then you're hard on yourself, that's not going to work either. You need to tune into your body and listen to your emotions. Capricorn is the goat fish, right? They are very emotional deep down. So maybe you need to just move those energies out. Oh, thank you. Somebody said I look beautiful with my glasses. Okay, thank you. All right, should I put them back on? Okay. So Aquarius, okay, are you guys all ready? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. All of you Aquarians, you got to get ready to be the leaders. And you get the card of the universe here. So this is very synchronous. So the universe, the number 21 is the end of the major normal sequence. It is Saturn energy, actually, again, and we cannot forget that Saturn still rules Aquarius. So really, when we look back, if we could jump ahead to 2044, we're going to go, oh man, that was like 36 years. Okay, without my glasses. Okay, thank you. It was 36 years of Saturn ruling us. That is a very long time, and it's half of a 72-year cycle, which is stars move 1 degree every 72 years, and 72 is half of 144. But anyway, somebody's Aquarius rising there. So you need to take responsibility for creating everything in your life. This is what the card of the world or the universe is all about. Taking that responsibility makes you free. Okay. So again, that sense of karma, Saturn and Pisces right now as well. So get ready to create your own new world here as, Pluto enters Aquarius, okay? So get ready to take the responsibility. You need to feel that you've completed things. I would advise you to finish up any old issues before the 19th so you can start as clean as possible. Clean slate, clean new breath, clean new world. It's like, it's all open. It's like the first day of creation in a way, okay? All right. So Pisces. Okay. All right. So Pisces energy. All right, you get another 6. This is the 6 of Swords here. So for Pisces, which is very emotional, especially with, Saturn and Pisces, Neptune and Pisces, this is about being detached. Okay, so it's Mercury in Aquarius. So for Pisces, you know, you need to learn to be detached. Again, Saturn's been sitting at that same degree, I believe, since like September, 12 degrees. So it's barely moving. And so, you know, again, you might feel like you're stuck or like you're a butterfly pinned down. You need to get some detachment. So this would be a good time to do a mood board or, you know, something like that, where you sit down and you look at all the different pieces of the pie that you want to work with. You know, and again, you got to remember Saturn and Pisces, none of these things last forever. I mean, yes, Pluto going to Capricorn for 20 years is a long time. Okay. Um, Saturn won't be in Pisces forever. So think about sixes are always about new relationships. Um, it's very positive. It's about balance. You know, maybe you need to learn something brand new. Maybe you need to think outside the box. That's Aquarius. Maybe everything's going to change for you. Remember, Saturn rules Aquarius. So Saturn in Pisces has a very strong influence on Aquarius energy too. And tracking Saturn as it goes through each sign for the next 20 years is going to also influence what Pluto in Aquarius is going to feel like. You know, so it's not just Pluto in Aquarius. So uplift yourself, take a break, get out of your emotions. You know, it's okay for you to detach a little bit so you can see the big picture. All right. So I want to thank you all for being here today. Yes, I am doing this workshops November the 19th, Zoom live online. I'm going to post a little image about it if you want to come and join me for that. I will be doing a ceremony if you haven't been to my workshops before, and we will be invoking Pluto and doing a guided meditation together. And I want you to join the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. I believe Time Lords Magazine is going to come out in a new format as well. And yeah, go to the workshops. And I want to thank all of the other Cosmic Intelligence Agency astrologers as well. So wishing you all the best for November, and we'll see you in December. And happy new moon, happy Day of the Dead. Many blessings to you. Thanks so much.